Hey, Thommi, you ever thought about cloning and AI and all that kind of stuff?
Well, they did clone Dolly the sheep. The whole AI thing right now is not looking so good because they're talking about replacing actors and extras with AI. But you know what?
I don't want that.
I don't either, because sometimes too much going on. Plus, here's a good thing though. What the AI cannot do, and this is why you cannot duplicate humans. If you look at some of those AI pictures, you'll notice the hands and the toes are distorted.
I
Some
know.
of them will look like, what's the movie
I showed
where the
my
guy with the
friend
little
that.
hand? What?
Oh my gosh. They
You know
have
what I'm talking about?
There's this clone on TikTok, and she has millions of views, and people are asking her out on dates and things like that, even though it says I'm an AI. She's not real. And you can see in one picture she has 5 fingers.
Or they look like nubs.
Or they look like nubs.
Or they look doubled.
I showed my friend and he about threw up. He was like, oh.
It's Bessie. The AI has not caught up to that, and I don't think they figured it out yet. But that's a good thing. I'm glad they can't.
Well, talking about figuring it out, I guess you guys figured out we're about to review They Cloned Tyrone.
They cloned
And
Tyrone.
before we really get into this, we would love for you to like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, please.
Please do. We have over 100 videos. We have newer movies and we have classics. And we should be hitting that algorithm. And we need you to help us by hitting that like button and that subscribe button. So
YouTube, like, subscribe, Facebook, like,
so
and
we can connect to that algorithm.
Yes, let's get it connected. Now let's talk about cloning Tyrone. Why are we cloning Tyrone as opposed to Barbara? Or
you'll see in this movie.
Okay.
I think there might be more people than Tyrone. So, a series of eerie events thrust an unlikely trio into the trail of a nefarious government conspiracy. And that trio we're talking about is John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and Tiana Paris, and they do great jobs. They do a really great job.
It hit me it was in under 30 minutes. I'm like, John has really got some nice range on him. I've never seen him in this type of role. And I was kind of like, I'm not scared of him right now.
He has an awesome American accent. That's all I kept really
thinking. He does.
You would never think that dude is British the way he was talking.
Idris Elba too. He has that same, he has an accent as well. You can never tell because we don't think about people using their American accent. We just, but when they, and also, who was it, George Michael? I don't remember where he was from, but he also had an accent, but when he sang, you could not hear it. You can hear Ed Sheeran. You hear him every now and then with the, he'll be saying can and he'll say con or, every now and then. But it's amazing because they're doing an accent. And it's hard to do. But John in here, I'm like, this dude got some chops.
He has it down. Because usually I hear people kind of slip. And I didn't recall hearing him slip one time.
And we've seen him in quite a bit of stuff now. And I think we mentioned before, if you haven't, check out a movie called Attack the Block.
Oh, yeah. Do that.
Definitely worth it.
That is thick British accents. That's his real accent there. So
that was a good movie.
Because I know when I saw it, some people were like, I can't understand what they're saying.
Of course, oh, come on, it wasn't that thick. I could understand what they were saying.
I can understand too. I don't get that.
Okay.
But John plays this character named Fontaine, who's the main character, and he gets killed. I think I'm okay
Quote,
to say
unquote.
that. And that's how they find out about the cloning. I'm trying to do this without giving away too much, but it's called They Cloned Tyrone. So.
And I think most people are pretty basic on this right now because it's buzzing. So it's kind of
on Netflix.
Here's obviously something has to happen to you in order for them to put your clone out, because if not, stuff gonna start looking funny. So right. So in the beginning, I also wanted to mention in here Kiefer Sutherland and David Alan Grier. And I was like, oh, and then Little Murder. I was like, they were Little Murder.
J. Alphonse.
Hey, Little Murder. I did call him Murder.
Valley.
It's Murder. I'm sounding all proper. It's Little Murder. But anyways, it was some nice stars in here, and I was happy to see. I love Kiefer Sutherland, by the way.
Me too.
He's just freaking phenomenal all his career. But anyway, it was nice to see these, people pop up in here that I didn't expect until you see the movie. So I know you had mentioned something before. I didn't predict what was going to happen once I started seeing that, okay, why is does he not understand he's going to sleep and he's waking back up? He doesn't remember what happened the day before. But anyways, it has something to do, I'm sure, with the formula, the algorithm. But the thing in here, which a lot of people it's bigger than what you're seeing on the surface. Okay. And that's what a lot of people are trying to discuss. This movie wasn't that great. Okay, it's a little bit deeper. This is one of those movies that you're not just going to watch and get up. It's something that it should make you think. It should be thought provoking.
Yes.
Because some of the people that they are cloning, there's always been this set agenda to keep people in their place.
You're giving away a little bit more, but
it's already it's all about. But there's always an agenda to keep people in their place. So you would wonder, why are we cloning, the physicists and these type of, why are we well, there's a reason. There's a reason, and people, they say it all the time, especially when it comes to politics. Mm-hmm. It's always something sneaky going on in the background, and this is why this movie is about more than just, they simply clone Tyrone.
And they're doing more than just cloning people.
Yes, they are.
And I figured that out. I was like, they're doing this to that. They're doing it was. I'm going to coin the term fun predictable.
For you, I couldn't predict it. It was cool watch though.
I predicted pretty much everything to the end. At one point I even said like a line with them at the same time, and my boyfriend just looked at me like, really?
People get mad at me for doing it. I'm like, I can't help that I knew what they were going to say.
Come on,
it's our thing. Mm-hmm. Don't you feel happy when that happens? I'll be like, oh, I'm bomb. That girl is bad.
I'm like, I wrote this. I wrote this.
See, that's how we get.
Speaking of writing this, it was written by Jules Taylor. Mm-hmm. And if you Google him, you'll see like he shows some Easter eggs that are in there. Mm-hmm. And I'll name a couple of them. Like Anaconda malt liquor, he used that. That's straight from Black Dynamite. He said that they just let him use that.
Yeah. And it's funny,
Michael Jai White.
Yeah, because we did Black Dynamite before. Mm-hmm. And I remember, I forgot which star it was, but they were talking about when they put a snake on the bottle of a 40 ounce, about how people weren't feeling it and the sales were down. And then when they took it off, it went back up. We were like, what? It's crazy, all the stuff when you start learning how the world works. Yep. Subliminal messaging and all of that stuff, and it all ties in here.
Yep, the movies aren't necessarily connected, but that beer is straight from there. Jamie Foxx's outfit is straight from not straight from. It's an homage to Superfly that came out in 1972.
He looked pimpish.
He did.
And his haircut. He had what was that haircut called back in the day?
He had a Gumby.
Yeah, he did. That was Bobby Brown was big.
Asymmetrical cut right there.
Asymmetrical. And he was funny too, by the way.
And you won't notice this, but they use some subversive sounds. They use Morse code in one scene. There's a scene. Here's a small spoiler, I guess, where the town is trying to attack Jamie and Tiana and John Boyega's characters, and there's Morse code saying, catch them, stop and detain, and then when they release it saying there's Morse code saying release them, So that's pretty cool. In the beginning of the movie, you really won't notice this. There's a lady that gets out of her car and she sells somebody a CD or hands somebody a CD, right? Then you later see her, she's down in this laboratory. I'm just going to say that. I'm trying not to give away spoilers.
Laboratory, yeah.
And then you see her again at the very end. So,
and like I said,
small things like that.
I like those little small things after, because if it wasn't somebody like, that I knew that was super famous to recognize their faces, I wouldn't have even noticed that. Yeah. But it's fun because then when you go back and watch it again, you'd be like, I like those aha moments.
And in the end credits, they remixed Tyrone. Erykah Badu made a remix of it called They Cloned Tyrone.
It was hilarious.
It is.
Like, I was sitting there and I'm like,
you gotta listen to it because she changed some of the words.
When she changed the lyrics is what really made me crack up. But I was walking around singing They Cloned Tyrone. I'm like, okay. We have some fun facts for They Cloned Tyrone off Netflix.
Yep. Okay. Well, Jamie Foxx and David Alan Grier first appeared together in the sketch comedy show In Living Color.
Remember
which most
Living
of
Color?
us know. We all know that, right? Yo-Yo refers to Nixon, Kiefer Sutherland, as Kevin Bacon. Bacon and Sutherland starred together in Flatliners 1990 and co-starred in A Few Good Men in 1992.
Cool. I like Flatliners.
Yeah.
Wow.
They Cloned Tyrone premiered at the American Black Film Festival on June 14, 2023 and began a limited theatrical release on July 14, 2023 before streaming on July 21st by Netflix. The film received positive reviews from critics with particular praise aimed at the humor and lead cast performances.
That was pretty quick. And I had no idea this went to the theaters.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for a short period of time.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea to go to Netflix.
I think so too. Because I think I remember it going to theaters. I'm not sure. But I was like, it's going to be on Netflix, like, shortly after? Oh, wait.
Yeah, because it was pretty... From the time it appeared at the Black Film Festival until it was released, that was pretty quick.
1 week.
They must have already had everything lined up, obviously.
They did.
Okay.
Aaron Brady of Film liked the premise and the characters introduced in the trailer and remarked, if this isn't a sci-fi throwback pulp, then what is? And I thought that was genius. That's why I said that. I'm quoting
sci-fi throwback.
Aaron Brady. Yeah.
Okay.
So
now the guy Jules Taylor, he's a writer.
Yes, writer and director of this.
Okay.
And he wrote on Creed 2 as well.
Pretty young guy too. Yeah. I like this movie. The fact that, it was already streaming, why not go ahead and watch it? And like we said, because there's a little bit of a deeper message, we recommend go ahead and watching it. I mean, this is for anybody. It's not for any one particular group, but it just shows you some of the dynamics of what goes on behind the scenes that we don't always know what's going on.
It's rated R.
And I don't know why.
2 hours and 2 minutes because of the subject matter. So I was going to say, you don't have little ones. If, watch it first. You know what your little ones can take. It's not a lot of, there's some violence, but it's not more than they've probably seen watching regular TV. There's no nudity or anything like that. No, that's what I'm not understanding. But just the subject matter, you got to explain to your kid, like, am I a clone? Am I being cloned? Are they going to clone you? Are you?
They probably wouldn't get this quite much.
I'm just saying, you know your kids. Some are a little more astute than others. So just, keep that in mind before you let them see it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you should not let your kids watch it. It's fine, and most of it will go over their heads. But
the fact that it's rated R is what's getting me, though. I'm not sure where. I've seen movies that have had more violence or maybe a nudity
I think
scene
the language
barely got PG-13.
The language and the violence, so they'll go rated R. If you have a certain number of curse words, that'll get you rated R.
Well, that would be like beep 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 in my house. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah, so tell them where they can find us, so that they can like and subscribe.
Oh, so we do want to give this clappers, right? Because it's a movie. Yeah. So for this one, because of the subject matter and the way they presented it, I'm going to go with a nice 3.5 for me. What about you?
I'm going to go with, since it's fun, predictable. I'm going to go with a solid 3.
And it was fun. It was a very fun movie to watch. If anything, just go in there and see John's performance, and then the fact that, Jamie Foxx has been sick, and it's been nice seeing him with other stuff coming out in the meantime. That just lets you know that, he stays working. People stay working.
Yes.
So they always got
a couple more movies coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when I was looking up this information, there was another movie I don't think I've even heard of that's about to come out with him.
Yeah, and you did see For Strays finally. Remember I told you I seen the previews and you were like, no, I didn't see it yet. And I was like, I am going, but that's an adult.
Yeah.
It's an adult animated film.
Yes.
Okay. It's not going to be for your kids.
Yes.
So don't try to take your kids like you did with Sausage Party, because that was gross.
Come on. Anyway. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all. Some of these movies, I know they're animated, but they are not for kids.
Well, people don't really look at I don't understand why people are not looking at the ratings. They're there for a reason.
Well, just like you said, I don't know why this is rated R.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I've seen stuff with more violence and stuff in here that got a PG-13.
Take a peek at it. If you feel like it's cool for your kids, then let them watch it.
Yeah, my nieces would be too young to even, 5, 6, 7, 8 year olds. That's. But anyway, okay. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to our review of The Clone Tyrone. Clone. Oh, thanks, Jules. You just threw off the whole.
I was coming in with it.
Okay, yeah.
You have to wait a couple of beats, and then you clone.
Thank you very much for tuning in to our review of They Clone Tyrone on Netflix. We recommend check this movie out. Get something a little thought provoking up in your head. Just go ahead and tone that in. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Right.
And on the Fearcon as well. You can go to Connect to Your City, click on the Fearcon tab. You'll see our horror and thrillers and all that good stuff coming up. All right. And don't forget to like, subscribe, talk to us, tell us what you want to see, Cash App. Request. Yes, and Cash App as well. We have all of those. If you like to make any type of donation, it's appreciated. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Gotta Be Real Movie Reviews with Thommi and Jules, and we'll see you back soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.